I gave them some more food. So, and they flew away, but they didn't go far. They came right back. So, yep, lots of crows. I'm going to send Adam a picture. He'll wish he had come because he loves feeding the crows. And we used to feed whatever, everything, all kinds of birds, all wildlife at our house. But then we started having, Adam started having something nesting in his engine, and they had eaten up like $800 worth of wiring. Yeah, the second time he fixed it himself. He's an electrical engineer. I mean, and he used to be an electrician too when he was young. So anyway, but you know, that's kind of two different things, but I'm not sure how much it is. Anyway, wow, just look at them. Okay, I'm over here at Walmart. Oh, it is 5:57. It's hard to see because of the sun. It's so bright. This is October 12th, 2025. And I was going this other direction. But I was over there feeding the birds, and then suddenly I turned around, they were all gone. Don't know why. And so I found my time to escape. So I fed them quite a bit. But anyway, I was out here, and I'm telling you, I was ready for somebody to hit me. Run right into me because of where the sun is and everything. I got off the road and went over there to feed them, like I said. And I don't know if I want to be real close to this thing or not. So that's got a lot of stuff underneath it. I'm just going to drive around a little bit because maybe I should have parked there. There's not any place closer. That's right under where all those birds poo. And there's one next to it, so I'm going to park there. This person right here, I think they think they're going to get the spot. So there's two parking spots right next to one another. And you don't want to park there. That's under the bird tree. The bird tree poo. The bird poo tree. How about I get that right? Look at all those big old I'm going to say watermelons when I'm talking about pumpkins. Wow, this woman in front of me, she's making a video too. Or is it a man? It's a man. I don't know. How to do this. I don't know. I don't think I got any kids in the video before now, but there's a lot of them out there all of a sudden. So I moved it like this. But anyway, I want to go in there. Man, it's busy here. Like I was saying, I was starting a video at 6 o'clock right now. It's at 6 p.m. I already said October 12th, didn't I? I've been making little short videos, so that's why I'm kind of, yeah. Anyway, that you would think that people would be home with their kids that go to school. Don't you think? You know, it's Sunday. They would be at home getting their kids ready for bed and whatever they do on Sunday before school. That was for me. Hey, you're a little close. You can stop. Thank you. And they got really close to me. Back to really, really close. You see? So, my mount came off. Yeah. I bought a new one. I don't want to use it until, you know, after we finally get out of these crazy temperatures here in North Texas, North Central. It's northeast of Dallas. And it's crazy. We're still having summertime weather here, and it is October 12th. How many times am I going to say that? Yeah, October 12th. Oh, seriously. I do this. Oh. But it's unbelievable, and I'm thinking that it's a cross between the heat on top of the, you know, what's this called now? Oh my goodness. I've been having trouble lately with this words that I don't use that much. I mean, but these days, I mean, when I talk about my camera mount, we used to put them on the windshield. Can't do that anymore in Texas. It had happened, I guess, a few years ago. And I don't know how long ago, to tell you the truth. But you can't put them on there, so it has to be on the somewhere else that does not block your view. Okay, where it doesn't specify where that is, except it, I suggest, one of them is that your AC vents. Okay, yeah. Man, it's getting so busy all of a sudden again. Seriously, people, aren't you usually home with your kids on Sunday? I mean, how was it when you were growing up? Really? I'm telling you, when I was younger, I thought more in a functional kind of way. Like I said, the people who are, I've said this in another video, people who don't need to be out real early in the morning, the people who are not going to work or going to school, stay at home. Let those of us, back before 2020, when people started working from home, more people started working from home, a lot of more people. The roads were just so congested, so horrible. And so many years that I had to work through all that. Horrible, horrible. It took sometimes like if the light, one light was out one time, it took 2.5 hours to get home from work one time. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's how I used to think, people who, what are you doing out if you don't need to be, whenever other people, unless you need to be, stay home, think about other people. I mean, in a way I'm right. In a way I was right back then, when I was younger. Okay? As a community, there's a difference. I live in a big city. Okay? And there's a difference. I could go on and on and on about differences in big cities, small towns. But you live in a big city and there are a lot of people out, they're playing bumper cars out in the parking lots. They think it's a bumper car arena, like I said in a video recently about grocery stores. What do they think, they're in a bumper car arena? I mean, really? God. But whenever you don't need to be out, why are you out? And like this, you see one person, you see a shopping cart, you see one shopping cart, and then you see several people around it coming out of the store. And I'm not talking all kids. Like I just saw one, it was I think 3 adults and 2 kids, one shopping cart. 3 adults. They were buying a TV. I guess they all needed to be there to decide. Which maybe so. Hey, it's none of my business. I know, I'm well aware. Still, I think this way. If we all thought more about other people, think about how life would be much nicer. If everybody thought more about than just themselves, or just their family, they're just who's under their roof. Just thought about other people, okay? It's not like it's a big, huge sacrifice. If it's a sacrifice, if you're going to have to be a martyr, that's a different story. But if it's, stay at home during rush hour. I do that anyway. I do now. I was tainted by oh my goodness, the rush hours in Dallas. Oh, they were so horrible. I remember it was something like 6 miles one time. I was going to work, and it was something like 6 miles. Yeah, and it took over an hour. It's like, this is just horrible. But it's an opinion, and I can see alternatives. I can see that nobody wants to have to think about anybody else. That's horrible. It really is horrible. Especially people who say things like they're Christians, and then they don't want to think about anybody but themselves. I don't know enough about any other religion or anything to comment about other religions. Maybe they're the same way. I don't know. I don't know enough about them. But just the thought of people not wanting to think about other people, and then they're calling themselves Christians, it gets me. It really does. But anyway, I'm going to go in there, and I'm probably going to turn around and come back out because it's so busy. But I need one of those shopping carts that I can, the electric shopping carts. That light just came on in this car. It sure did. He must be coming out. Hopefully he doesn't back into me. But, or maybe the sun just hit it. But, I'm going to need one of those shopping carts. And, because I'm still having trouble. Yeah, he is. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. Because he doesn't look all that normal. Hopefully he remembers he backed into here. But, I'm saying he doesn't look all that normal. He doesn't look all that sober, maybe. He's probably around my age. Go the right direction. Go the right direction. But anyway, I have a feeling there's not going to be one of those shopping carts. There's so many people. So very, 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 very many people. And they need to get more, because I was in one the other day. It was actually yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Adam and we just stopped briefly in one of the stores. And when I go with Adam, he's so much always in a hurry. Everything has to be a hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. I don't like that at all. No, I take my time. I don't want to hurry. But, when I got out and I was in one of those little, electric shopping carts, and when I took it outside, which I usually don't do, and there was a man who, well, look at the crow. The crow right there on my, you see the crow? Oh, he flew now. But, my throat keeps getting, allergies. But, I was coming out, and it was the second time this has happened. Not this was a place we don't go to, Walmart. It was a Walmart, but it's a location we don't go to. And the shopping cart at the bottom of it just kind of fell out, I guess the engine or something. And there was a guy, and I was telling Adam to slow down, and he was trying to hurry, walking to my SUV. I was saying, slow down, this is lost. And he was like, he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear what was wrong. Like, man, and I know what it is. He smoked cigarettes, and he was jonesing for a cigarette. I don't like that expression either. But, whoa, that's noise. And this guy, we didn't know. he worked there, and there was a little language barrier. But he told Adam, still a language barrier, that he told Adam the bottom fell out because he could hear it. Where was Adam? I was thinking, I gotta get home, get a cigarette. He has got to quit smoking. Seriously, that's why I don't like to go with him, because he is always in a hurry, because he always wants to get back home and have a cigarette. What is that noise coming from? Seriously, it sounds like a big truck, but I see nobody. It must have been a little car. Oh, I'm impressed. Lord. Anyway, I'm going to go in there and see. I had tried calling Adam. I guess he does this stuff of going outside. He'll go outside and see if any of the neighbors he can bother if they're outside. And I tried to send him a photo of me me feeding the crows and whatever else that one is. Let me see. Yep, it's a little car. Little bitty car. All those muffler. Oh my goodness. All that, 2 mufflers. Or is it more? Goodness. But anyway, I took a picture, took some pictures, took some videos. Sent a little bit to Adam, because he loves coming out to do them. This was the most I've ever seen. And I had to leave when they flew off for whatever reason one time. I got out of there because it was kind of like The birds, oh no. Anyway, but he didn't get it, I guess. I tried to call him. He was probably outside, like I said. He goes out there and bugs the neighbors. Anyway, I'm going to go in. There are more and more people going in there with one shopping cart, 5 people, 5 humans, 5 souls, yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean.